Hey, what's going on, everybody? What is going on? It has been a minute since we did an Exile podcast, and the host is going to be definitely my brother, uh, Rock X, man, formerly known as Rock X, man. And there was something on my chest I wanted to talk to my brother Rock about since we haven't chopped up game in a long time. Now, this is not the original podcast I want to do with with Tuckmaster and everybody else. It's just a one-on-one with E-Rock. 'Cause I really want to hear his opinion about this, man, because it's been going on out here in the gaming streets, in the Xbox gaming community. There's people out here that are, what's up, Toolman 55 on deck? Toolman, the first one on deck. That's my man. We played Gears of War together. Really cool, brother. Can't wait to get back to and playing some Gears with you again with Dea and maybe possibly our brother Unlimited. But I want your opinion too, Toolman, when we chop up game with brother E-Rock. But there's a lot of things going around right now out here in the Xbox gaming community about PlayStation and about PlayStation getting our games. And I will tell you specifically what games that this podcast said it was. Now, this podcast, I'm not going to really put him out there, but I was listening to his podcast, and he was saying that he had a known source that knows exactly what games from Microsoft and Xbox that's coming to PlayStation. All right, and I don't believe it. But guys, we're going to break it down with my brother E-Rock, man. This podcast is going to be hot, you know what I'm saying? Raw, like we always give it to you. E-Rock tell you how he feels. There's no host bar with me when it comes to my channel. E-Rock could talk any way he wants and express himself any way he wants. Period. Because I'm not out for shits and giggles and clicks. You know what I mean? I don't care. If I get subscribers, I do. If I don't, I don't. I do this because I love gaming. E-Rock loves gaming too, and the culture of gaming and the history of gaming, man. And Xbox, which we are. We bleed green. You know what I mean? So I want to introduce my brother E-Rock, man. Hey, say what's up to the chat, man.
It's about to be hot and raw like some pussy in Chinatown. Hey, this is E-Rock X. It's E-Rock X. Always the Don King of Xbox. Always the hype man for the Xbox brand.
Right, baby.
I may be out of action, but I still can deliver satisfaction.
That's
So
right, man. That's
here
right.
I'm here with the Sega man himself, and I'm ready to talk over these topics, man. The world is crazy. The world is crazy, man. Again, November 5th, America lost their minds and voted for insanity over sanity. The West Coast is burning down. The East Coast is freezing, and these niggas is still in the internet console warring. Somebody please call a doctor. Somebody get these people some help. They need help. Man, it's beyond an intervention now, man. They need serious help. Somebody gotta, here in Philadelphia, they call it 402. 402 is when you gotta call the police in a psychiatric ward on somebody who's a harm to themselves and others. These gamers, these Xbox haters are now a harm to themselves and others. So we got a 402, man. We got to get them up out of here, bro. You go away for a few weeks. You know what I mean? Los Angeles is burning down. And, me and Sega Man, as always, our prayers to everybody over there that lost their homes, man. And our prayers to people that's out there in LA, and our boy Mr. 100. Thankfully, he's too far in central LA to be affected by that. But still, man, it's devastating, man. And our thoughts are with the people of Los Angeles. Our thoughts with the people out here in the Midwest and in the East Coast freezing their asses off. But none of that seems to affect these people in the video game world who all they ever talk about every fucking day is Xbox. The words Xbox lives in people's brains rent free. So, man, Sega Man, it never ceases to amaze me. The foolishness goes on in this gaming community, but man, it is what it is, bro. I'm almost afraid to ask what's going on this week.
Yeah, and you know what, brother E, it's the same old shit, man. I'm gonna tell you what, and you said this, man. Let's go back a little bit. You said this way back when we were doing the Exile. I don't know. I think Toolman might have been with us, or he might have been listening at the time, but these dudes out here are losing their mind, and they're crazy, man. Like. They really are. I don't understand, out of all of gaming, as long as we've been gaming, since we picked up a controller, day one, Erok, on our first gaming system that we ever played with to see
Decades,
how, huh? Yeah,
decades ago.
decades ago, and to see how things are today. Now, we played around, horsed around about Genesis versus Super Nintendo. We laughed about it. We traded systems. You know, your boy had the Super Nintendo, you had the Genesis. He's like, my man, let me play the Super Nintendo for a couple, like for about a week, and you can play my Genesis, man. Let's trade for about a week.
Yeah, you
All
know,
right, cool.
Genesis does what Nintendo don't and all that
Right.
stuff, man. You know,
Yeah.
back in the day.
Right. Now, fast forward to the days of the original Xbox, the PlayStation 2, GameCube, whatever, on up to Xbox One and PS4. Now, in between those years and those times, yes, there were people saying that really hated. They hated. This is the thing. Sony fans hated the Xbox 360. Let's just keep it a buck. The Xbox 360 was killing it, and they hated to see another console, especially an American console, kill it out there when it came to the game. It was killing it, and I'm sorry, it won. At the end, they say PlayStation 3 won. No, I'm sorry, no, it didn't. In my mind, no, it didn't. The Xbox 360 destroyed that era and time in gaming. It destroyed the PlayStation 3. I'm sorry, it did. It just did. It was easy to develop for. The PlayStation 3 was more expensive and it was harder to develop for. And at the end, it did catch up. But who was the darling of them yesteryears? It was the Xbox 360 was just destroying everything, and the PlayStation guys hated it. Well, that's
They
too
never,
bad.
they never. I've done tons of research on this. I mean, man, if I was going for my master's degree, I could write a college dissertation on this shit.
Right.
The unraveling of the mind of the fucking PlayStation fan. It's just they never got. We've talked about this till we blew in the face.
Yeah.
They never got over that shit. They
Nope.
never got over the
Nope.
Xbox 360 demolishing the PlayStation 3, not just in game quality and quantity of software, but
Right.
in mind share. And the thing is, they did it to themselves. The only reason why that generation stung them so badly, that seventh generation, was because they talked the most shit. They talked unquantifiable amounts of shit. They talked so much shit that generation that it was I don't know whether it was Kotaku or somebody, man. It was a news outlet that follows gaming that had came to the conclusion in 2009 that PlayStation fans were the worst fans in all of gaming. This was in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
In 2011, one of the first YouTubers I followed in gaming was a dude named Solid Rev. A lot of you might know Solid Red, but seen his videos. He's the muscular white dude. He got really
Yeah.
diesel now. He's the
Yeah.
muscular white dude. He does
Yeah.
videos out of his living room or his basement, and he wears like a Chevy truck hat, and he just talks about gaming all the time. And in 2011, when Crisis 2 had came out for the Xbox 360 and the PS3, and all of the versions of games was better on the Xbox 360. They just ran better and looked better. And Solid Rev asked this question in 2011. He said, Sega man, I swear to God. Matter of fact, the video should still be up on YouTube. It's called Crisis 2
Uh-huh.
Sensitivity Engage, because the PlayStation fans was losing their minds. And Solid Rev said, what the fuck is it about that console, that Japanese console that did this to y'all? What is it like? What? And this was in 2011, dude.
Yeah.
What you say, Sega man? What fucking year is this? This is 2024. They're still at it. They never stop. Every day, if it's not the PlayStation fans in the media, like Paul Tassi and Colin Moriarty and fucking Dustin Legary, is the idiots on Twitter, like Jay Barry and fucking Red Dragon. Like they don't stop, man. These motherfuckers is like fucking Bad Boy Records. Can't stop, won't stop. They can't. They won't stop. I swear to God, I'm 55 years old. I've seen a lot of shit. I've been to WrestleMania. I've even seen fucking Pink Floyd live. Hell, fuck that. I've seen fucking Roger Waters' The Wall live. I ain't never seen anything. I ain't never seen anything like these PlayStation fans I've never seen any. It's just every day Xbox. I wonder what Xbox is doing. I wonder what are you doing over there, Xbox? Xbox. Xbox is dead. Xbox been dying for the last 20 years, according to y'all. Xbox is dead. Xbox is dead. No, they're really dead for sure. This today, like every fucking day, Xbox is dead. And then for a console they want to die, they spend an ungodly amount of time, Sega man, wanting our games.
Yep.
Wanting our games. They want Starfield. They want Halo. They want fucking South of Midnight. They want Indiana Jones. They spend a crazy amount of time wanting our games. I have not seen a Xbox dude asking for one PlayStation game. I haven't seen
Not
it.
a one. Not a
I
one.
haven't fucking seen it. It's the craziest shit. And I've told myself that I'm not going to waste any more brain cells on this shit. You know, you and I, we don't have much time left, man. We senior citizens. You sitting here burning our brain cells with these fucking clowns. It's the craziest shit. For a console that supposedly sucks, y'all hate the Xbox, but it sucks. Oh, your last place of sales. Why do y'all give a fuck then? For a console that's supposedly so terrible, it stays on your mouths, in your brains, and in your minds 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. God
Right.
damn, man. Even convicts and prisoners in jail take a day off for beating each other down for another man's cupcake. Y'all niggas don't take a break with this shit. I have never seen anything. A lot of y'all claim to have girlfriends and wives. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. No woman would tolerate this kind of behavior from a man. I don't believe it for 2 seconds. It's just Sega man. Can you make sense of any of this shit?
Nah, bro, I tell you what, it fathoms me. You know what I mean? It really does. Like I said, you know, when the 360 and the PlayStation 3 were out, it wasn't as bad, brother Erok, because at the time I was working at GameStop. It wasn't really that bad. It was out there, but it wasn't that
It
bad.
was it was getting there, but
Yes.
I had no idea it was going to get to the depths of what it got to uh from 2016 to now. This is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's almost obsessive cult like behavior. PlayStation fans was always lunatics. Let's get that clear from the gate. They was always lunatics. Their lunacy started like peaking, rearing its ugly head in 2006, 2007, 2008, right? But it's at an all-time fucking. It's yo. I've never seen anything like this.
Me neither.
Somebody has to study this. Somebody has to. There needs to be a class where in college where they just study this shit and try to figure out how these guys' minds have unraveled over a fucking toy. It's the craziest fucking shit. I've never seen anything like it.
And I tell you what, brother E. Um, at that time, what's up, Graphic God? Give a shout out to the chat. Slick Slayer, what's up, brother? Toolman, what's up, Graphic God? Good to see you, my good brother. And Graphic God knows what we're talking about. He was out here during that time and doing that stuff that was happening, you know, in 2013 and everything. But I've never seen. And Tuck, I know you sent me a text. And I know you're listening, brother. But I'm only doing this real quick with brother E Rock. I will call you after I'm done because I want to talk to you about a podcast I want to do either this weekend or in another day or so. I'll be calling you, brother. So keep listening, bro. But the stuff that's just been going on, brother E, in 2013 blew my mind. Now let's fast forward to 2025, which we're
God,
in right now,
a
right?
whole decade, a whole decade later,
A
these
whole
motherfuckers
decade, a whole
still at it.
decade of these dudes crying and whining. And you know what it was, E? Let's go backward again. Back in the day of the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 was dominating everything. It was.
Yeah,
And the PlayStation fans loved it because Sega with the Sega was it Dreamcast, when the PlayStation 2 came out, what happened? It came out with a DVD player, and everybody's like, "Oh man, the Dreamcast don't have no DVD player, and that's the cheapest DVD player you can get right now. And plus, you can play your video games. So I'm definitely gonna buy that." So when the PlayStation 2 came out and Sega went under, okay, that's when these dudes were like, "Yeah, PlayStation rules, man. This is real
well,
greatness.
I,
Nintendo can't mess with it. Sega's gone. We took them out of the paint, and they've been like that, Erok, for a long
I,
time
I,
until
I
the
was
Green
yeah,
Monster wore its head, which was
yeah.
what? The original OG Xbox, right,
Well,
E?
I was there for it. I was there for all of that, dude. I remember taking my I don't want to make this podcast longer than it has to be, but
Sorry, go ahead. We're
I
good.
was I was there to trade my Sega Dreamcast in. I think it was sometime in either early or mid 2000. Like I was just so disappointed because Sega of America had just given up on it, and so I took my Dreamcast in to trade it in. And I should have kept it. That was stupid. I should have kept it because every
Mhm.
game I had on there was a goddamn banger. But it was just like the handwriting was on the wall when somebody tells you that hardware is discontinued. And as I was
Yeah.
trading my Sega Dreamcast in, I asked the dude there at GameStop that it just or Babbage's or whatever the fuck it was. I said, "Is this shit ever going to end?" This white boy said, "No, it's never going to fucking end," and he was
Nope.
right. He was right. He was 100% right way back in 2000. But what had happened was when Sega was gone, you know, when Sega was gone, Sega man, Nintendo at the time, and I lived through this, so just bear with me. It was rumored Nintendo was coming out with a new console called Project Dolphin, which we
Right.
now know eventually became the GameCube.
Right.
And there was rumors that Microsoft was working on something called the Direct Xbox. No one knew what that was at the time. And I told a buddy of mine in sometime in 2002, I was like, I ended up eating my words. Like Bill Gates and Microsoft coming out with a console. The fuck do
Yeah.
they know about consoles? Nobody gonna want that bullshit. I was talking shit about it, right? But at the time in 2000, with Dreamcast gone, it was like this, man. If you were going to game, you had the game on PlayStation. That was it.
Yep. Yep.
And if you were a gamer, you had no fucking choice. He bought our colleague Hebot says he didn't buy a PlayStation 2. I
No, he
find that
didn't.
hard. I find that to be amazing because if you were a gamer, you if you were going to game, you had to buy a PlayStation 2. That was it. That was it.
Right.
Okay. And the PlayStation 2 had launched in North America October of 2000. And instead of sending over the 1.5 million units they promised, they only sent over 500,000. Whether this was an accident or not, it created a buyer's market. So you weren't getting your hands on a PlayStation 2 unless you were lucky. So I had actually finally got a PlayStation 2 in the summer of 2001, right? And that's when games finally started dropping for the motherfucker because that for those who had that shit at launch, people will tell you they had way more fun on their Dreamcast than they ever had on their fucking PlayStation 2 when that
Yeah.
motherfucker launched. But when PlayStation 2 did launch, about a year later, when I got it in summer 2001, my first game I had on it was Gran Turismo 3 A Spec. And then that year I bought Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty, um a little game that came out of nowhere called Grand Theft Auto 3 had dropped.
Uh-huh.
Then Final Fantasy 10 had came. Um, a company called Treyarch had made a movie tie-in of a game called Spider-Man, based
Yep.
on the 2002 Spider-Man movie. I told y'all
Yep.
we've been playing Spider-Man forever. Y'all don't fucking believe us. So make a long story short, I'm not going front. PlayStation 2 was fire. Okay, it was
Hmm.
backwards compatible with all the PlayStation 1 games. If you didn't get rid of them like a dickhead like I did, it was backwards compatible with all your PS1 games. So you can go
Yep.
back and rebuy your old PS1 library. It had
Yep.
DVDs. That's how I started my DVD collection. My first DVD, I believe, was The Mummy. The Mummy with Brandon Fraser, then Mummy Returns.
Uh-huh.
So the PS2 was a compelling fucking product. It was a compelling product. I don't know technologically what they did to advance the industry, except for helping make DVD players cheaper and more affordable to the public. But I mean, PlayStation 2 was fire. It was a compelling product. But something
Right.
weird happened. A year later, Sega man, um, I started seeing advertisements for this Xbox, right? And I
Hmm.
started, I had a computer and I had access to the internet. And I started seeing all of these videos, all these games that was coming. Games like Brute Force and this game that
Yeah.
never came out called BC about these
Yeah.
cavemen
Yeah.
and a tech demo of a game called Malice,
Yeah.
Malice.
I remember that.
Sega man, I had never seen graphics like this in my fucking life, right? And
Hmm.
I said, look, whatever Xbox was doing was way beyond what PlayStation was doing. And dude, I had a ton of PlayStation games, man. I had a ton of PlayStation 2 was the shit. I had it from 2001 to 2005. But something weird happened. I went, I bought an Xbox. I think I paid $250 for it in November of 2002. Man, I
Yep.
brought that thing home. It had a DVD player because you had to buy a remote control to get the DVD player to work. But their DVD player worked. You can burn your CDs to that shit and have your entire Van Halen collection be the soundtrack of your racing games. Yo, Xbox, it had a hard drive, no more
Yep.
memory cards, and it was the first console. Well, no, the second console to go online. I believe the first one was the Dreamcast. Yo, the Xbox was on some other shit. But the thing about Xbox, Sega Man, was the PlayStation fanboys, they weren't lunatics yet, right? They were a tight knit community of gamers, and they never really fucked with us. They never
Right.
really fucked with us because they didn't look at Xbox as a threat. Xbox, for those who remember, like Sega Man, was underground. That was some shit where niggas that knew. If you knew, you knew. If you didn't know, then fuck you. But if you knew, you knew. If you knew that NFL 2K 3, 4, and 5 was better on Xbox.
Yep.
If you knew that fucking all the fighting games, and if you knew that the Grand Theft Auto 3 port or the Grand Theft Auto ports which took a year later, because Sony was money hatting games even back then.
Oh
Sony
yeah.
has always paid money to lock down third party support for their console. And we're sitting here thinking, man, PlayStation is this shit. Look at all these games they got. The other consoles are bullshit. No, PlayStation at that time was a several $100 billion company who had money to pay for third party deals to lock games down on their console and keep games off of the GameCube and off of the Xbox. You guys in the comment section, don't tell me I don't know what I was talking about. I lived it. I was there.
We
Are
were
you
there,
hearing?
man. We were
Are
there.
you hearing me, Sega Man?
We were there, brother. Yep.
I lived this shit. I was fucking there, right? But when those games finally did come to Xbox, they were way fucking better. They looked better. They ran faster. So Xbox was a console where it was underground. It was just underground shit, man. Like, I drove buses for the local transportation company here in 2001 and 2002. And the big heavy boy that drove a bus, he was like, yo, man, I even like the controller. The controller is perfect with my hands. They had a big fat controller called the Duke. And then a
Yep.
year later, they came out with the Slim controller. Yo, Xbox was, if you knew, you knew. It was some secret shit developed by Seamus Blackley and these other dudes. Bill Gates unveiled that shit with The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and gamers gravitated to it. The gamers that had loved Sega Dreamcast and didn't want to fuck with Sony PlayStation like he bought, they gravitated to Xbox.
Yep.
Xbox created its own community. And then in 2000, let me get my shit right. 2001, before I had bought it, Halo had already dropped, but it was Halo 2 being online in 2004 that shook the world to its foundations. Xbox was on some other shit, man. It was a movement that was growing. And then Sega Man, to end this history lesson, when Xbox 360 was announced, I was there for that too. I was amped as fuck, man. I didn't get the console at launch. I got it like almost a year later. I got it June 2006, right?
Yeah.
My first games were The Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, and Fight Night Round 2, I believe. No, Round 3 or no, Fight Night Round 2, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Um, so anyway, make a long story short, the PlayStation 3 had got delayed. It was coming out fall of 2006. And that's when it began, Sega Man. That's when it began. That's when it began. No matter where I went, man, whether I went in GameStop, whether I went in the mall, whether I was on a bus. Oh, well, Xbox 360 is not going to be as powerful as the PlayStation 3. Xbox is going to suck. The PS3 is going to destroy it. The
Oh
PS3
yeah.
is going to have a Blu-ray disc and a cell processor. It was already
Right.
beginning. It's like for some reason, those dudes was threatened by the Xbox 360 being announced. And it was the craziest shit, dude. It was the craziest fucking shit how PlayStation fans believed the hype of Blu-ray. They believed the hype of the cell processor. And I just thought it was an isolated incident. I just thought, well, they got suckered into it. Look, I had a PS3. I bought it for the. I had a PS3. I bought it for the Blu-ray player. Yeah, I did. I
Yeah,
did. I had
yeah,
a PS3. Um,
yeah,
so in case nobody believes me, Sega man, I had the fat PS3. It was the 20 gigabyte hard drive edition. I know y'all want to laugh now because our games are 100 gigabytes. Okay, it was the 20 gigabyte hard drive edition with the Spider-Man font on the box, and it came with Spider-Man 3 DVD packed in. I still
yep,
got the Spider-Man 3 DVD. But
yep,
anyway, for some reason, PlayStation fans were threatened by the very existence of Xbox 360. And that's when it started, man. That's when you started seeing the cracks in the seams
yes,
of these PlayStation fans who never had a beef with us. These PlayStation fans stayed in their lane. There was a tight community. I was one of them. I was one of them. And yeah, we worship Sony blindly, but like I was always the kind of dude, Sega man, that if I saw a sexier girl down the street, I'm gonna go holler at that sexier girl. And
yeah, yep,
Xbox was that sexier girl. So I went
yeah,
down the street
yeah,
and hollered, like, hey, what's up, baby girl? So, I didn't stay loyal to a box like some kind of cult member. But them dudes, man, 2006 Sega man, and I'm gonna land my plane, was when I saw the PlayStation community unraveling, or what they called them back then. What did they call them back then? They weren't even ponies yet. They called them cows or they Sony drones. They
yep.
That's when we saw that community was unraveling because it was something about Xbox 360 that had fucked their heads up.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
never
It's
they
true.
never been they never been the same since. And honestly, even with the Red Ring of Death, which was a pain in the ass, because my Xbox 360, I bought an Xbox 360 arcade, right? And then I up with the thing was that you could buy Xbox 360 arcade, but you could buy the fucking hard drive, the 100 gigabyte hard drive or
Yep,
120 gigabyte hard drive, and
yep,
upgrade that motherfucker. So
yep,
like you could turn your arcade into an elite like overnight. So
yep.
you know that we started seeing these guys unravel. It was something about the Xbox 360 that fucked their heads up, and they never been the same since. And even with the Red Ring of Death, nobody saw Xbox's domination coming. It happened slowly. Gears of War, the next year, Bioshock, Mass Effect. Nobody's Halo 3. Nobody saw any of this shit coming, man. It was just games, 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 games.
Yep.
To this day, we have a lot of games now, but man, they ain't nothing like it was that seventh generation. It was like the Xbox 360 and the PS3 was being flooded with fucking games, man. The shit was crazy, dude. Like you had to literally pick and choose, or you'd be having thousands of games in your crib, like fucking unlimited production. But anyway, to land my plane, that's when I saw the PlayStation community really getting psychotic about these consoles. It was during that PlayStation 3, Xbox 360 era. It was something about the Xbox 360 Sega man that fucked their head up. To this day, here we are, January fucking 10th or 11th, 2025, and we're still talking about these niggas.
Yep.
I, I thought we would have moved on. The world moved on from fucking Al Qaeda. The world moved on from Gaddafi. The world moved on from Osama bin Laden. Remember that tall ass nigga was hiding? The
Yeah.
world had moved on. Not PlayStation fans. They are still talking about Xbox. And with that, I'm gonna land my plane, Sega man, because I can't figure it out.
Whoa, man. Yo, hey, I want to give a big shout out to brother Graphic God. Graphic God said I would put any Dreamcast game up against a PS2 game. They looked and played better. That's what's up because they did. They did look and play better on the Dreamcast. They really did. I mean, it might not have had a DVD player, but the Dreamcast versions of PlayStation 2 versions of games that came out, the Dreamcast one always came and prevailed the winner. It was a great system, man. It was a really, 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 really good system. The
Yeah.
Dreamcast, man. Big
Play,
shouts out to the. Go ahead.
PlayStation 2 did have some bangers though, man. It had bangers that I
They did.
missed. You know,
They did.
I'm not going to sit here and disagree with Graphic God, but PlayStation 2 has some fucking bangers. Let's not make that mistake now. We may be Xbox, but we tell the truth here on the Exile podcast and Limited Truth. PlayStation 2 had shit that y'all don't even know about. Like it was this gladiator game called goddamn Shadow of Rome. I wish I'd have had Shadow of Rome. Look up a PlayStation 2 game called Shadow of Rome. I swear to God, Sega man, you will be amazed.
Yeah,
PlayStation 2 had this game called Ico, ICO. Man, I
yeah, I
wish
seen
I
it.
had
I seen it.
it had this game called Shadow of the Colossus by the same
Yeah,
company that made Ico. Let's
yeah,
let's not sleep on PlayStation 2 now. Because even Old Noah's Alex had said that he doesn't get what all of this worship of PlayStation is because PlayStation today, PlayStation has not been the same company since the PlayStation 2. They haven't.
nope.
PlayStation used to come out with original games like Parappa the Rapper, Jackson Daxter. PlayStation used to come out with original shit. All they do now is rely on the same shit, third party, over the shoulder fucking walking simulators, right? But let's not sleep on PlayStation 2, man. PlayStation 2 has some goddamn bangers. I remember, and as I go back and look at the old PlayStation 2 library, I'm like, I can't believe I missed
Yeah, they
all
had
of this shit, man.
they had a lot. They had a lot of. They also had a lot of. They had a lot of games. They had a lot of shoot 'em ups and everything
Yeah,
too that acquired. That I still actually have today. Coca Cho, thank you, brother. Hey man, Coca Cho, thanks for coming back, brother. We're hanging out with my brother Erok, man. You're right. The OG Xbox was considered the hardcore gamers console, and it
yep,
was
yep. That's correct.
100%. It was. It was the hardcore console, man.
Who said that?
Huh?
Whoever said that, they're 100% correct.
That is Coca Cho down the
Yeah,
bottom.
that
Yeah.
was a thing where like the OG Xbox, like if you knew, you knew. If you didn't know,
Yeah.
you didn't know. Simple as that.
That's right. That's right. But brother Erok, man, let's talk about the elephant in the room, and I want everybody in the chat, Toolman, Graphic God, Cococho, Slick Slayer, if you're still here. Somebody shouted you out, Erok, Jose Candle. He said, Erok, what's up, dude?
Hey,
I'll
Tom, I
put it.
say what's going on?
I'll put it up. You see him?
Yes, that's what's up. What's going on, brother? Glad you could join us.
Thank you for joining us, man, and always come back and rock out with us. But brother Erok, man, let's get the elephant in the room. I was watching a podcast real quick, and everybody, I want you guys to give me your opinions. Me and Erok, your opinions also in the chat. Your opinions are very important to us, man. There was a podcast, brother E, that I was listening to. I like to listen to different Xbox podcasts, or sometimes you kind of wonder if they are, if they aren't, if they're just doing it for money, clicks, or whatever. So I
Yeah.
give them the benefit of the doubt. So I'm listening to the podcast, and they're saying, yeah, I have an inside source that says, and he said, I told you I was just going to happen. I told you this was going to happen. Like he kept saying that. So he said, I heard a rumor that at the show on the 23rd, they're going to announce Master Chief Halo Collection, Forza Horizon 5, I believe, and I don't know what Gears game. And those games are supposed to go over to PlayStation 5. And they say this is a true thing that's going to happen. And he tried to say, well, they're not going to play them and this and that. And Xbox got the games. But he kept going back to that. He kept going back to his source saying that those three games are going over to PlayStation 5 and that they're going to announce it at Xbox's show on the 23rd. Now, I don't believe it. I do not believe you're going to see Master Chief Collection or any Halo on a PS5. I definitely don't think you're going to see Gears of War on a PlayStation 5. But I'll give them the benefit of doubt of one thing. I don't think it is. You might, maybe, it might be possible for Forza to go over there. Maybe. I still, in my heart, don't really believe that. I could see maybe Forza maybe going over there, the Horizon, not the motorsport, but maybe the Horizon. But this is what they're saying. They're saying that the Halo Master Chief collection, Forza Horizon 5, I believe they said, and Gears. All they did was say Gears. They didn't specify which one. 4, whatever. They didn't. 5, whatever. They didn't. They said it's supposed to go to what's up, Adidas 20. But they're saying this, man. Now, I don't believe it. I really don't believe that those games are going over there. Well, Microsoft's all about money. You know what I mean? They're into making money at the end of the day. Just get over it. Just get over it. It's more money for us to bring us more games. Like they're saying all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's cool. It's bringing us more money. You're right. But here's the thing, brother E. Let's say that I don't think they are. Let's say they did. It doesn't matter how many Xbox games, guys, that we love and supported and keep getting more of go to the PlayStation. They're not going to buy them. They're not going to support them. This is what Phil Spencer and them don't understand. If you put those games over there, you're not helping Sony because they're not going to buy and support those games like that. And you know why? Here's the one reason why, in my opinion. They hated that it was on the Xbox first. They hated
Yeah.
that Halo was made on Xbox. They hated that Gears was made for Xbox. They hated that Forza was made for Xbox. They hated that those games that we had that they got over there was made for Xbox first and then went over there. When they went over there, what happened? Like Unlimited Production said, they did not sell. So that's what's going to happen with those games if they go over there. They're not going to buy those games. They're not going to buy those games. The only thing they're going to do is make in front of Xbox guys, gloat about it. Xbox is dead. That's right. It's definitely dead now. We got your flagship games. You ain't getting they're definitely dead now. Now what y'all gonna do? Now we got your games. Now what you want? That's all they're gonna do. That's all they're gonna talk about because we know them from the back of our hand. They ain't gonna do nothing but troll heavy. If that was to happen with Xbox games going over to PlayStation, that's all they're gonna do. Your Xbox is definitely dead now. Why even have a console? Just buy a PlayStation. Just buy a PlayStation now because you got Xbox games. You don't need an Xbox. That's what they're gonna be saying if they were to go over there. That's exactly what they're going to be saying, brother E-Rock. I don't believe it. I want to get your opinion, brother E. Now, they're saying this is going to be announced at the show on the 23rd that those games are going over there. Brother E-Rock, in your honest opinion, do you think that these rumors are true, that they're getting the Master Chief Collection, Forza Horizon 5, and Gears of War, brother? What's your opinion?
I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what Xbox's next moves are going to be as far as what they're doing with their third party. I'm being honest with you. I have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Dirk Griggity has been a solid member of the community for some time. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And as far as his guest who was talking about the games going to PlayStation, everybody has a source. Everybody got a fucking source, right? Everybody, oh, my sources tell me, okay, whatever. Name your source. Well, I don't want to. Yeah, okay, there you go. So,
yeah,
but like the thing is, man, like, guys, I would ask the Xbox community, let's just say it's true that Halo, Master Chief Collection, Forza, and Gears is going over to PlayStation. How does that affect your life? Really? At the end of the day, I'm just going to keep it a buck. At the end of the day, when we got bills to pay, when we are facing the very real reality of 4 years of a fucking lunatic being in the White House, the Los Angeles is burning down, the Northeast is in a second ice age. How does this affect your life? It doesn't. Your wife leaving you affects your life to an extent. Your house being foreclosed affects your life. Your house being burned down affects your life. This doesn't affect your life. Listen. It's just video games. This is coming from me, a staunch Xbox dude who wished that Phil Spencer would be more aggressive. Both myself and Sega Forever were like, no, man, fuck PlayStation. We ain't giving PlayStation nothing. We're going to let them die. This is why we do not run Microsoft. This is why we don't run Xbox. You guys have to understand that Microsoft is a $2 trillion company for a reason. You have to understand that Xbox is a $700 billion company for a reason. They're not going anywhere. Their valuation is up. They are in the black, not in the red. My Xbox has seen growth year over year over year over year. Game Pass subscriptions have gone up because of Call of Duty. Call of Duty was the best-selling Call of Duty ever, but nobody talks about it because they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. Stalker 2, a success. They don't want to talk about it. Indiana Jones, a massive success. Sega, man, can you hear me?
Yeah. Game of the year. Game of the year.
They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about it. All they want to talk about is Xbox is dying. Xbox is this. Xbox's games are coming to PlayStation. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do now, Xbox? Enjoy fucking South of Midnight.
Yep.
Enjoy Avowed.
Yep.
Enjoy enjoy fucking enjoy God damn it. Enjoy Elder
Per-
Scrolls 6.
Perfect Dark.
Enjoy Perfect Dark. We played all them games. Y'all listen, y'all niggas is living backwards. Y'all niggas is living backwards, man. Y'all playing all our old shit. How let me ask you something, Jay Bari. Let me ask you something, Red Dragon. Let me ask you something, J Dub. How is that on, and somebody please pass this podcast along on Twitter if you enjoy what you're hearing and you want Sega Man to grow, pass the link on Twitter so this man can get some notoriety. You know what I mean? That's how this shit works. You know, we got to help each other out. You know, understand what I'm saying? Oh no, it's Alex and Fratanga and all them guys are helping each other out. We got to help each other out. But like, you guys are living backwards. We living forwards, man. I'm trying to decide now what I got to delete off my goddamn hard drive to make room for Sniper Elite Resistance dropping at the end of this month. I gotta find out what I gotta delete so I can make room for Avowed.
Yep.
I gotta make room in my hard drive for Atom Fall. This Xbox is we eating good over here, and we're eating too good to worry about shit we played fucking 3, 4, 5 years ago. Would I like for Forza Horizon to remain an Xbox only exclusive? Yes, I would. But that's me being selfish. That's me. That's me still. That's part of me still chained to that console war bullshit. The console war is over, Sega man. We're
Mm-hmm.
living in we're living in the content wars now. We're living in the content wars now. Oh well, y'all just coping. Y'all just coping. What the way y'all coped over fucking Concord losing $400 million? The way y'all the way y'all coped over fucking Death Stranding coming to Xbox Shadow Drop. Nobody said shit. And
Yep.
guess what? And guess what? I played y'all PlayStation 4 or 5 banger for about 20 minutes ago. Bored with that shit. Thank God it's only thank God it's only $20. All that shit was worth. I played that shit for a minute where you walk around and deliver packages. I played that shit for about a fucking minute. And Death Stranding, just like fucking Horizon Zero Dawn, just like fucking The Last of Us, is the epitome of what PlayStation games are all about. Graphics over gameplay. And I got bored with that shit and deleted it from my hard drive. I'm about to delete Alan Wake from my hard drive, but I only paid $34 for that, so I ain't mad. But like, yo, man, me and Sega Man have to make room for all these new games coming in. And Sega Man, that's why they hate us. They hate us because they hate us because they want to get treated over at PlayStation the way we get treated over here at Xbox. So because they're not being treated the way we're being treated with exclusives day and date on Game Pass, third party deals where the games come day and date, like Sniper Elite, day and date is coming to Game Pass. Atom Fall, day and date coming to Game Pass. Avowed, day and date to Game Pass. They are not getting treated like that over there at PlayStation. PlayStation is making them pay $70 for each game, whether it's good or not. You know what I'm saying? So, can you hear me, Sega Man? I think
Yep. I
Sega
can
Man.
hear you.
Oh,
I can hear you,
okay.
brother. I'm
Okay.
listening. I'm listening.
Yeah, you gotta breathe or something. I think you done dropped off. Like Sega Forever, that nigga will just duck out for like 8 hours, leave you in a podcast by yourself. They
Well,
they
hey,
they, they hate us, man. They hate us because listen, I'm convinced, and you're not gonna tell me otherwise. They are miserable over there at PlayStation. They are unhappy. They are miserable. All these dudes saying they got PlayStation 5 Pros don't really have it because a lot of y'all don't have $700. You even got PlayStation 5 fans talking about some, oh, well, if you can't afford a PS5 Pro, then you're broke. Well, wait a minute. Weren't y'all saying that the economy is bad? The economy is bad. I'm broke. I don't have no money. The economy is bad. It's all Biden and Kamala's fault. So that's why I'm voting for the orange man. Now all of a sudden, y'all niggas got $1,000 to pay for a fucking video game console. See, my thing is to catch y'all in lies. Don't be mad at me because I catch y'all niggas in lies. Be mad at yourself for being a liar. Be mad at yourselves for being fucking liars. Oh, the economy is bad. But then a few months later, well, if you don't have a PS5 Pro, you broke. They're mad because they could pay $700 for a PS5 Pro that only does graphics are slightly better on it than the
But only does
Xbox,
a little bit more.
only a little bit more. They mad because they want to be over here so bad. Like I can't tell you how many videos I see on YouTube that I don't want to see saying, man, I wonder if this Xbox game is coming to PlayStation. I wonder when that Xbox game is coming to PlayStation. It's like, yo, that's all you guys have time to do is wonder what Xbox game is coming to PlayStation. To me, if you are over on another console wishing for another console's games, then your console's a failure. It
Yep.
is, Sega. It's a failure. Over here at Xbox, we eating good. We not sitting here saying, man, I wonder what PlayStation got coming in 2025. Because we all don't have nothing coming in 2025. So
Yep.
we eating good over here. We are concerned. We when we have time, we all have families. You know, Sega Man and myself are homeowners. We taking care of our families, our houses. And so we game as an escape when we have time to have fun. And you guys over there at PlayStation, you aren't having fun. And it's your own fault. There's nothing anybody can do about it. There's nothing I'm going to say to change your mind. Your minds aren't going to change, but I would ask you guys to think logically. If Xbox sucks so bad and Xbox is so terrible and oh, it's garbage and it's doomed and Xbox is dying and Xbox is failing and Xbox, why are y'all always asking for our fucking games? If anybody on this planet can answer me this question, I'll shut the fuck up and listen. Because as Unlimited Production always says, the winners never concern themselves with the losers. Me and Sega Man don't ever say, I wonder what's coming to PlayStation next week. We don't give
Yep.
a fuck.
Exactly.
We don't
Exactly.
care. We don't care. We eating good. Man, I only just last week finished Indiana Jones. Great game. Awesome. Awesome fucking game. Awesome fucking game. Now I'm trying to finish this game called Space Marines, but I'm getting ready for Sniper Elite Resistance in a couple of weeks. And then, for us RPG fans like me and Unlimited, we've been waiting for Avowed for a minute from Obsidian. So like, yo, man, we don't have time to be on Twitter. We ain't got time to be on Facebook. We ain't got time to be on Instagram. We ain't got time to be on YouTube. We ain't got
Yep.
time to be on Billy. We ain't got time to be on fucking TikTok. I wonder what Xbox is doing. What y'all? Hey, we getting Halo. What y'all gonna do now? Xbox. We get ready to play Avowed, bitch, and we get ready to play South of Midnight. Like I said, y'all living backwards, PlayStation fans. Y'all eating off of. Excuse my nastiness. Y'all eating off of food we already shit out. You understand what I'm saying? So if that's a W for you, let's say it's true. Because I don't know what Phil. Listen, guys, Xbox is and has been a third-party publisher. They've been that for years now. Minecraft, okay? Call of Duty. They are a third-party publisher. Xbox is playing chess while PlayStation is playing checkers. You figure that shit out. You think why is it that PlayStation never talks about their financials? And
Yep.
they can now technically because their headquarters, their American headquarters is in California somewhere. They should be required by law to release their financials, but they never do. Sony doesn't want you to know how much money they're making. Oh, they sold 54 million consoles. Well then, if Sony's doing so great, they should have been able to buy Activision. Y'all can never answer that question. Y'all can never answer that question why PlayStation, if they're so powerful and they got so much money and doing so great, they should have been able to buy Activision. Activision shopped around. They shopped around, Sega Man. PlayStation didn't have
Activision
any money.
actually went over there and they said no, didn't they?
Yes. Well,
Yep.
you can't buy an $87 billion company when your entire company is only worth $48 billion. The math don't check out, Sega Man. The math don't check out. But you know who had the money? Microsoft, Xbox had the money. That was their fucking pocket change. That was their pocket change, dude. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We've been trying to tell y'all for years, but y'all ain't listening. Y'all haven't been listening. Spider-Man, The Last of Us, Spider-Man. Yeah, y'all still playing The Last of Us and Horizon Zero Dawn and Spider-Man Remastered. They need to start calling that shit Remaster Station 5. But like,
Yep.
yo, don't get mad at us because Xbox was buying publishers these last 5 years, buying studios, and we've been telling y'all this since the Exile podcast started in 2020. We've been telling y'all, yo, something's going on over here at Xbox. They've been building what we call in business a war chest, not just of money, but of games. So it looks like it's going to be at least 10 to 20 games a year dropping in Game Pass on Xbox. So that's why I said in 2020 when Xbox had bought they have bought Bethesda and ZeniMax. I said then, God damn, these guys are leveraged for the next 30 years. And what I meant by that is if you have an Xbox and Game Pass, you ain't got to worry about games. You ain't got to worry about games. Notice who's worrying about games. Nintendo. I wonder what's coming to our console. Notice who's worrying about games. PlayStation. I wonder what Xbox games are coming to our console. They never say, I wonder what PlayStation games are coming to PlayStation. Help me out with this, Tony. I wonder what Xbox games are coming to PlayStation.
Yep.
If you're wondering what Xbox games are coming to your console, you bought the wrong fucking console.
No.
I'm not here to waste your time, chat. I'm not here to waste your time, comment section. I've been telling you guys the same shit since that stupid erok 8150 channel was started back in 2015. I've been telling you the same shit over and over again. If you're constantly worrying about your next door neighbor's wife, you married the wrong woman. You want your next door neighbor's wife.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, Red Dragon, MGB, J Dub, you guys want an Xbox. You didn't get a fucking Xbox.
Yep.
But what you did, you tried to mind fuck us the last really 10 years since 2013, trying to tell us that everything was so great over on PlayStation, but only us guys that had PlayStations, PlayStation 3 and 2 in particular, knew we knew what the fuck was up. Me and Sega Man knew because we played God of War 3. We had played fucking Resistance the Fall of Man.
Yep. Yep.
We had played Killzone 2. We knew what the fuck was up. We had played Gran Turismo 5 Prologue. Pretty game, boring as fuck. While Forza Motorsports was fun. We already knew what the deal was. PlayStation, since PlayStation 3 has been all show and no go. Don't kill me. Don't kill the messenger. Be mad at yourselves. We're not sitting around every day telling you what consoles to buy. Me and Sega Man will never do that. All we can do is point you in the right direction. And we're not even really going to do that because Sega Man and myself, he has to go to work around 2 o'clock. Around 2 o'clock, I gotta go to sleep. We're never going to fucking tell you what console to buy. We're just going to sit and watch this guy on Dirk Griggerty's fucking podcast say, I have a source, and he says that all 3 of these games are coming to PlayStation. What are you guys going to do now? We're going to play fucking, like I said, Avowed. We're going to play South of Midnight. We're going to play fucking Perfect Dark Zero and move on. We're going to move on. So it doesn't matter what comes to PlayStation because we've had your PlayStation games. We've had fucking Death Stranding. We've got all the Yakuza games. Remember how the PlayStation fans, when Yakuza was only on PlayStation, they told us, yeah, Yakuza's bangers. You don't have that, Xbox. So now we have every Yakuza, and guess what? Every last one of those fucking games suck. So tell us another lie. Listen, when I had PlayStation 3 and PS2, I lived a lie. I lived a fucking lie until I finally got an Xbox. And I was like, yo, this shit's actually good. Yo, this Xbox 360 is awesome with the blades. And yo, Xbox 360, I could watch Netflix on fucking Xbox 360. That was the beginning of it. Yep. Then in 2013, all you guys complain, TV. Xbox, all TV. Now look, here it is. 2025, and what do you assholes
Yeah.
mostly watch Netflix on? Your fucking game console. Go ahead, say man.
Hey, you're cooking, brother. But now the new narrative is for PlayStation is TV, 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 because all they announced at their show was fucking movies they were making. That's it. They had no fucking games.
It's the most hypocritical bullshit I've ever seen, and nobody will call it out. Not Colin Moriarty. Sacred Symbols is our podcast, not Destin Legary. Nobody will call this shit out. I will give Oh No, it's Alex his credit because he does call out the bullshit. I see it. I still watch his videos. I think he has some entertaining content, and you can see him literally some days pulling his hair out trying to figure out the lunacy of these PlayStation fans. And if I could, I would give Oh No Alex some advice, but I know he won't take it. Like, dude, I know you think it's fun now, mining all this PlayStation salt from these PlayStation fanboys. You're gonna get tired of it. You're gonna get tired of it because I would tell Oh No it's Alex and I would tell Fertanga, these PlayStation lunatics will outlast you. They will outlive you. Okay? These guys, fucking Red Dragon and all these guys, they're in their fucking 50s doing the same shit they were doing. Crap gamers got to be 48 if it's a day or if he's a day or 50. They'll be doing the same shit 10 years from now. Oh no, it's Alex. Trust me. Mark my words, comment section, whoever's still watching this podcast. The PlayStation lunatics will outlive Oh no, it's Alex. They will outlive Fratanga. Like I said, these guys are like bad boy records. Can't stop, won't stop. They will never stop. They will never rest. They will not stop. They live for one thing. They want to see the death and destruction of an Xbot. They will never stop. And when J Dub and Jabari Clark finally croak, there'll be a new PlayStation lunatic to replace them. Sega Man, am I lying?
You're not lying.
Me,
Telling the
me,
truth.
me and he about to watch this shit now for 20 fucking years. We've watched this shit for 25 years. This lunacy. When does it end? It ends when you, as an adult, like I did, say, I've had enough. I'm out. I'm out. You guys win. I'm out. I'd rather enjoy my games, enjoy my life.
Yep.
You know, get some pussy while you still can. Guys, listen, I don't want to make the listen. If you're a guy, I'm gonna tell you this one time: get all the pussy you can while you can. Just trust me on this, okay? Put down the stupid video game controller and go out and meet a girl and touch some grass because time is not forever. These Jabari, J Dub, Red Dragon every day. Oh, it's over for Xbox. The pizza face Dreamcast guy. Oh, this is an Xbox. And Xbox is dead. Every fucking day, Xbox is dead. 900 videos in 5 hours about Xbox being dead. Dreamcast guy, when is Xbox going to die already? So I can attend this funeral and move on my fucking life. Xbox is dead. This is an Xbox. And Xboxes are putting all their games on PlayStation. Xbox is dead. Xbox has no games. Meanwhile, all this sitting, I wonder what Xbox games are coming to PlayStation. Could you not be more contradictory? Could you not contradict yourselves more? You hate Xbox, you want Xbox to die in one breath, but in the next breath, you want our games. Sega Man, I would ask you to try to figure this shit out, but it'd be wasting your brain cells, and you've got far better things. You got anything to do better with your time than to try to figure out these fucking lunatics. Like, it's so real and all. Where do all these fucking guys come from? These 55-year-old dudes living in their grandmother's basement, worshiping a plastic fucking box. Well, E, what would you do if your house burned down and you lost your Xbox? I'd move the fuck on. I'd call my fucking homeowner's insurance and pray they don't try to ditch me the way they ditched the fire victims over in California, and I'd move on. All my games are not even in my house. They're in a server over in Redmond, Washington, because I buy digital. I'm not attached to my console like that. My video game console is not my girlfriend. I don't jerk off every night to a fucking PlayStation like you guys do. It's just video games. Sega Man, it's just video games.
Got a peep game, E-Rock. Got a peep game. I say here today on the show, today on the Exile podcast, brother. They're coming out with a new thing, brother. I'm hearing they're coming out with a new thing. It's like they want their games to be. It's a new thing they're coming out where you can smell things in the game, brother.
Are you
They're making
serious?
it. Yes, they're making some kind of smell touch thing, bro. I'm hearing where you can smell shit in the game, bro. They're trying to make some kind of controller, I think, where it releases smells and shit, in the game and shit. It comes out of your controller and shit, right? And this podcast, I can't name the podcast, but they're like, yeah. The only reason why they're making that is because they're going to make it if they have a game where they can smell panties and shit like that. You know what I
And,
mean?
and you
And
know
yeah, they're
what?
coming out with something called a smell something where you play the game and let's say you might smell like a house burning or you're walking through the woods and you smell the flowers. Like they're trying to make this smellery controller or some crazy shit. That shows you how freaky they are, bruh. And like they
Hey,
even said, they'll make a nasty game where you try to smell women's panties and all. I mean, just some weird, crazy crap. You know what I mean? This is what I'm hearing out in the gaming streets, dude.
hey, developers, company, instead of making a controller that smells, how about making a good fucking game like Indiana Jones? How about that? A game where when you start it up, you don't have to sign 57 waivers. You don't have to fucking sign 109 fucking agreements. You just start up Indiana Jones. You set the resolution you wanted to be at, and you play the fucking game. Indiana Jones is awesome. It is a throwback to good game design. It is a throwback to when games are fun. Wherever you stop at, that's where the fucking game saves. Indiana Jones is just not me and Sega Man hyping it because it's an Xbox game. We're
Nope.
hyping it up because it's a great fucking game. We don't want to smell our controllers. We don't want to put our controls up our butt. We don't want our controls to have fucking rumble. We make a good fucking game. Why is it so hard? You PlayStation fans are in all that weird shit. A controller that smells. So when you're playing your little games with your little Japanese anime girls, I wonder what she smells like. Jabari, I wonder what this girl smells like. You guys are pathetic. Give us more games like Indiana Jones. That's what we want. Give us more games like that. But anyway, man, if the rumor is true and Halo and Forza is going to PlayStation, that doesn't affect me at all. It bothers me a little, and the only reason why it bothers me because PlayStation really isn't giving us shit, and when they do give us shit, it's fucking shit like Death Stranding. You're getting good shit, Sea of Thieves, fucking Halo, and you give us fucking Death Stranding.
Yeah,
But
you know what's
anyway,
sad about that too, E-Rock? Here's the saddest part about that is Death Stranding came over here and a lot of Xbox guys actually bought the game and supported it.
because we buy games, that's what the
Yep.
fuck we do. And the
Yep.
price is right. We said $20. That's all this shit's worth. Boom, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Norman Reed is walking around delivering packages. I played it for a minute. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I
Yeah.
played, and here's how you know I played it. I played the first section where the dude's walking the fuck around, and he runs into this girl, and she's played by I can't pronounce her name, Leah Sudux. It's the
Yeah.
girl who
I know what
played
you're talking
James
about.
Bond. It's the girl who played James Bond's wife in fucking No Time to Die. It's that chick, and she was Inspector too. She's pretty. Yeah, she's in it for a second, and there's these handprints all around them, some kind of creature all around them, and I'm
Yeah.
like, and then I have to go walk and deliver a package. I'm like, wait a minute, you guys want me to walk? I don't want to walk in real life, let alone in a fucking video. At least in Senua's Saga, while you're walking, there's puzzles to solve, there's people to fight. This nigga's just literally walking the landscape, delivering packages. Like, what the fuck? That's those PlayStation games we were told with bangers all these years, Sega man. Me,
Hey, check it out. You get a cool, easy achievement. When you have to go to the bathroom and you pee on the ground, you make a mushroom. You get an achievement for pissing making a mushroom on the ground.
oh my god.
Yep.
Meanwhile, Indiana Jones was fun from beginning to fucking end.
Yeah.
The game got a little bit crazy towards the end, but like for the most part, it's just a fantastic game. If you guys haven't played Indiana Jones and the
Oh,
Great Circle, it really is a great fucking
you
game.
beat it. I beat
Huh?
it. Beat
Yeah.
it. You beat it. I beat it. That's a phenomenal. It actually makes E-Rock. I'm going out and buy the 4K collection of Indiana Jones. That's how much I love getting back into Indiana Jones.
Nice.
I loved it. E-Rock. It took me back to our childhood. The game was
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. The graphics are fucking incredible.
A lot
The
of ray
story,
tracing in that.
yeah, the storytelling is incredible. You know,
Yeah.
I kind of, it's just me being selfish. I kind of wish Indiana Jones had got skins in the game, but it's all right, man. It's
Well, we're getting a DLC.
yeah. I heard there's going to be a DLC. The Path of the Giants or some shit. So I can't
Yeah,
wait for that DLC, man. I can't
yeah,
wait for that DLC. It was a really great fucking game, man. Machine Games, who made the Wolfenstein games, they delivered, man. That was a
yeah,
great
yeah,
fucking game, dude. The music, they got everything right. Marshall College, where Indiana Jones works.
yeah,
Uh, whoever the actor is who plays his partner, Marcus Brody, back at the college.
yeah.
Um, the Italian lady who plays Gina. Everything is just so fucking well done.
Well, even the mean even the weird guy that was German when he's going with his teeth. Hush, das, das. Like making
Oh,
making all these weird noises. You must smile. You must like it was
uh,
crazy.
the bad guy, Boss.
Yeah,
He's awesome.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he's fucking awesome. He's a fucking Boss is a fucking lunatic, man.
yeah, yeah.
Great fucking game, man.
And you
Great.
know what, brother? You know what's a shame too? Now, real quick, Jack Keeley. We all know that he's a biased period, that he loves PlayStation. And even PlayStation dudes that play games and have real podcasts said there is no way in damn hell that fucking Astrobot should have won Game of the Year on the Bias Awards. Okay. There was other people that were so upset that their game, could have been a contender for it. But he did that because it was a game that he liked, brother. That was ridiculous. I didn't watch it, but I heard there was a lot of backlash about that. A lot
You
of
know,
backlash about that, brother Erock.
you knew Astrobot was going to win Game of the Year the second they announced the nominations in November. I don't
Yep.
know why. I don't know why anybody is surprised. Anybody who has watched or observed the Video Game Awards show knew this was coming months back. It is what it is. It is what it
Yeah.
is. When
Yeah.
when they were better contenders like Space Marines, it is what it is, man. I don't know
Yeah.
why anybody watches that show and expects anything other than Geoff Keighley to get on his knees and fucking fillet PlayStation and fillet Sony. It is what it is. I've been
Yeah.
saying
Yeah.
forever. Microsoft has the money. They can start their own video game awards show for the by video game fans for video game fans. And the host could be our boy Adam Sessler, who used to host X Play. I had this all figured out years ago, but I don't have $500 million sitting around like fucking
Yeah.
Microsoft.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to make a video game awards show for gamers by gamers for gamers without Jeff Keighley and all his bullshit. Because all he's ever going to do is fillet Sony. It's no
Yep.
need to even get mad about it anymore. It is what it is.
Yep. Yeah, brother. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, brother. Even IGN, like a lot of people don't like IGN, and I understand, but IGN gave Indiana Jones Game of the Year.
Yeah, it's awesome fucking.
You know what I
It's
mean?
awesome. Listen. You know Indiana Jones is an awesome game. When Digital Foundry gave it, like they said, it was one of the best games of the year. And as they were giving it, you could see that little fucking John Lindemann, the little nerd with the glasses. He was seething. He was like, "Oh man, I hate to do this, but the best game of the year is Indiana Jones." Like, it's okay. It's going to be all right. PlayStation didn't get best game of the year this year for the 9,000th time. Just it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah, it is, man.
You'll be okay. You'll move on. There's more important, as we now know this week. There's more important things going on in the world than gaming, and just the fact that LA is burning and these assholes are on Twitter console warring. Just show, like, if you're not done with Jabari Clark and the Red Dragon and Dreamcast guy after this week, I don't know when you're ever going to be done with them. I don't know when you're ever going to be done with them. I don't know. Like, oh no, it's Alex. I know you got to make content so you can get your little money from, I don't know what you get from YouTube, $300 a week, whatever the fuck, $600 a week, or whatever the fuck you get each week. Is it worth it? You're wasting your life, dude. Go back to college, man. You might be the guy that finally discovers warp drive. You might be the guy that finds the cure for cancer. Why are you wasting your time on these PlayStation lunatics? They're never
Wasting
going to.
big time. Yeah.
They're never going to change. You're never going to figure them out, and they are going to mark my words. Oh no, it's Alex. Look, I'm your friend. I'm your friend, dude. I'm not your enemy. I'm your friend. Fratanga, these PlayStation lunatics are going to outlast you. You think you're mining their salt? They are mining you. They're mining your goddamn brain cells. And by the time you're done, you will be a vegetable. Like I was almost made a vegetable battling with these PlayStation fans every day. You cannot battle a lunatic. Billy Joel said it best himself. You can never argue with the crazy man. You ought to know by now. You ought to know by now. You cannot argue with a fucking crazy person. PlayStation fans are lunatics, and they will always be lunatics until that stupid Japanese company closes down for good, which is going to happen soon. I believe it's going to happen sooner than later
Yeah.
because I've never seen a company that's had 7 different fucking presidents in the last 10 years. I've never seen a company that has wasted all their money on the cell processor and third party deals. And I've never seen a company that supposedly is the market leader. They're the industry leader. They've got 53 million consoles sold. Xbox only sold 2 Xboxes. Like then if PlayStation's doing so great, why are they always worrying about Xbox? If PlayStation is doing so great, listen, this is how you know PlayStation is in trouble. If PlayStation is so great, they would have bought Activision. Wouldn't they have, Sega Man?
Yeah, but they can't afford it.
There you go. End the discussion.
Can't even afford to keep Bungie, in my opinion.
There you go. And look at what happened to Bungie. Bungie, once a great company, now a joke.
Yep.
But
It's like a
it is,
shell of itself, right? Right. It's like a shell of itself, right? Erok. Remember when they was with Microsoft, man, they were fucking dominating. Now they're like a shell of themselves, bro. What are they doing? They ain't doing nothing over. You know what I heard? They're developing the next or they're supposed to be making the next PlayStation game. That fighting game they had, their own fighting game. What's that called?
mhm.
You remember what it was called? It was their version of Smash Brothers.
I think I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. PlayStation All Stars.
Yeah, they're supposedly what I'm hearing. What's up, Big B Money? That dude's really cool, brother E. Right, Big B
Mhm.
Money. He's a cool ass brother. What's up, bro? Glad you can join me and my brother E. But they're supposed to be making that game for PlayStation, Bungie, bro. They're supposed to be making that stupid ass clone of they do like the Smash Brothers. See how they always copy shit, and they're the ones that are supposed to be making that. So this is what I'm hearing, bro. That's pitiful, man.
Every Everybody, here's the trap that Bungie fell into. Everybody thinks that the grass is greener on the other side. It happened to Cliffy B. And it happened to Cliffy B with fucking Gears of War. Everybody thinks the grass is going to be greener on the other side. Cliffy B left Epic Games, left under the umbrella of Microsoft, and went to make a game called Lawbreakers. Now they got lucky. They did get lucky. They got lucky with I think Epic is the guys behind Fortnite. They got lucky and made a shit ton of money. But like everybody always thinks the grass is greener on the other side, like Bungie did, and it usually isn't. It usually isn't. Sometimes it's safe to be under the umbrella of a big fucking corporation that has a fuck ton of money that you ain't got to worry about. Like everybody always says, "Well, look at what happened to Rare. Where's Rare been?
Yeah,
Rare,
right.
Rare can take forever to make their next game. They ain't in no rush. Rare could take forever to make their fucking next game. Do you know why? Sea of Thieves was a massive hit.
Yep.
Sea of Thieves was remember Sea of Z's, diabetic dog shit, diabetic, all that shit that you guys said. Sea of Thieves was a massive hit. So big they put it over on PlayStation.
Yep.
That's how big a hit Sea of Thieves was. And Sea of Thieves, the irony, Sega Man, the irony, Sea of Thieves is on, I don't know, it's 1,000th season. Sea of Thieves has outlasted God of War 2018 and Spider-Man 2018. The very game that Crap Gamer, Zaire, and everybody left Xbox for to go to PlayStation and said,
Yep.
see, y'all got Sea of Thieves and we got Spider-Man and God of War. Well,
Yep.
look what happened. Sea of Thieves is still here, still getting updates, still a huge hit, and you guys don't even talk about Spider-Man or God of War anymore. You know,
Nope,
man.
they don't.
Don't listen. It's at the point now, man, where like you ever see a meth addict or a fucking drunk or a wino down your or a wino on the corner of your block or a wino downtown? You're like, hey man, don't drink that fucking Ripple. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Hey man, leave me the fuck alone. Don't tell me what to do. All right, hey, I'm just trying to help you out. Go ahead and drink that Ripple. That's the PlayStation fans. They drink that Ripple. You try to stop them from drinking the Ripple. They're not going to listen. They're going to drink the Ripple anyway. Just let them drink the Ripple. So that's what I decided. Let Crap Gamer, MGB, Dreamcast guy drink that Ripple. Let him drink that Ripple. Let him get nice and drunk.
Take it back for man. Take it back. Them PlayStation dudes be fucking drinking that old ass Thunderbird, nigga.
Let them drink that Thunderbird. Don't stop them. Let them drink their Thunderbird. Because as long as they drink their Thunderbird, they will never wake up and realize that the console war is over. It's not the good old days of the Sega Genesis and the Nintendo. Genesis does what Nintendo. Your world is changing. How do I know it's changing? For those of you Xbox dudes who wasted $20 like I did on Death Stranding, what's the first thing that pops up on your screen? Sony Computer Entertainment.
Yep.
When you turn on MLB The Show, what's the first thing that comes on? Sony Computer Entertainment. On your Xbox. The console wars are over. We are now living in the content wars. And if you don't want to listen to us, Sega Man and myself, Unlimited Production, Ebot, Tuck Master Dia, others, we can no longer help you. All we can do is just try to let our other Xbox brothers know that, hey, man, we are in for an incredible year over here in Xbox. We ain't got time to waste on these fools, and we ain't got time to waste on yesterday. Well, Halo and Forza is coming to PlayStation. What are you gonna do about that, Xbox? Look, man, we're moving forward. Y'all trying to take us back. We played those games. We played those games years ago. You're living backwards, man.
Mm-hmm.
We are living in the now. In 2025 is going to be crazy for Xbox. Crazy. And it starts the end of this month. It already started in December with Indiana Jones, but it starts at the end of this month with Sniper Elite Resistance. Well, that's on PlayStation. That's on PlayStation 2. Yeah, but guess what? We're not paying for it over there at Xbox. We're not paying for it. Everything's coming to Game Pass for free. Hey, man, Sega, man, it is what it is, man.
Erok, you're right, brother. We're not paying for it. This is what they don't understand. And I'll tell you, like Erok, guys, let me break it down to you like my brother Erok did. Like he said, if those games did go over there, yes, I'm a diehard Xbox fan. Yes, it bothers me a little bit if they did go over there. But at the end of the day, and the end all be all, I don't give a shit. I don't, because I play my games. I play and support my IP. And that's how we keep getting more and more games. That's how we got Ultimate Game Pass, because we bought and played games and invested in the ecosystem of Xbox and Microsoft. That's how we got the prescription, the subscription of Ultimate Game Pass. And you guys are you hate so bad on that, because you have to pay 70 goddamn dollars for every game that comes out. You have to pay that. When Indiana Jones comes out over there at Iraq, I don't believe they're going to buy that. You're going to have some that are going to buy it and play it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to down them all away. There is PlayStation dudes that are definitely going to buy and play that on their PS5 or PS5 Vanilla or PS5 Pro. They are going to play it. But a lot of those cats, they're not going to support the game. It's not going to be enough, in my opinion. It's not going to be enough to get a sequel to go over there unless they do what they did again with Xbox, because they don't support games like that, bro. Even if that Master Chief Collection, like I said, went over there, they're not going to support that game like we do. Halo belongs and should stay on Xbox. But Microsoft, yes, at the end of the day, they're a company. that loves to make money, but they're also a company that keeps me eating good over here. That's why I say
Mhm.
we're eating good over here, Erok, because go ahead and get those games, Sony. Go ahead and get those games. We know you're not going to support them, but the ones that do support them, that money's coming back over here for me to get more games to eat over here. We're eating good over here. Do you guys get it? So it doesn't matter if you get the games or not. Even if you give you the games and the money that we make from the cup that's made from over there comes back over to the ecosystem of the Xbox fans and the people of Xbox, which bring us more IP, which bring us more studios, which gives us all the goddamn games. But I don't understand something, E-Rock. I don't understand something. For for a video game company that they say got no games, why do you want the games we don't got?
Every day, every hour of the week, every year. Is Starfield coming? Oh, we're gonna get. Think on your situation. Oh, we're gonna get Indiana Jones. We're
Yep.
gonna we're gonna get Indiana Jones. Is gonna be better over on our PS5 Pro, and we're paying $70 for it. Think on your situation. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Is think about the statement you just said. You're
Yeah.
paying $70 to
Yeah.
have a supposedly slightly better experience than an experience we had way back in December. Think on your situation. And yes, I bought Indiana Jones. I bought it because I wanted to buy it. I didn't have to buy it. It was
Yep.
on Game Pass. I didn't
Yep.
buy it until the end of December. I said, okay, this is a great game. I'm going to buy it. But, you know, hey, it is what it is, dude. It is what it is, Sega, man. And you're 100% right. It's the craziest thing. It's the craziest thing. But
It's like another thing, E. Like for me, he about talking about this all the time. There's a lot of games that come out on the Switch that come out on the PlayStation systems. These are me and you used to play in the arcades, like old school fighting games that were made by certain companies like Neo Geo or whoever. Old school shoot 'em up games that we played on, let's say, an old PlayStation. In these times and days and era of the old of Japan, they refuse for some reason. To me, they must not like money. If you're a developer, in my opinion, okay, you want to put those games, those third party games, whatever, on every fucking thing, so you can make the most of your money back.
you
But
know,
they don't choose to do that for Xbox. They put on every
let
other
them
system, but not Xbox.
let them lose money.
Right?
Yeah, and sooner or later they'll come around. Like Square Enix is finally realizing now
Yep.
that just dealing with one platform has not been working out for them. They made no money off of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Now they want to put their games on Xbox. The best way for these Japanese companies to learn is for them to lose money. And you're not hurting us. You're not hurting us over here at Xbox. Look at all this shit that's coming to Game Pass. Just this week. You're not hurting us. Like Sega Man says, we eating too good over here. Look, I've never had a situation where we have to delete things off of our hard drive because we got too many games coming.
That's right,
Again,
brother. That's right. That's
think
that. That's right.
think on your situation. Or don't. We really don't care. It's just we like Sega Man always says, we eating good over here, man. I use that all the time because it's true. We're eating good over here.
Yeah, we have nothing to worry. We have nothing to worry about over here when it comes to gaming, man. It's the best value for your buck. Game Pass is not good for it's not good for the gaming community. It's just not good. The developers are not getting paid. I don't know how many times that I got to keep hearing that shit. They're already paid, dumbass. They're already paid when the games go in. Or Microsoft already paid them in advance, you dumbass. They're already paid. So stop going out on your little YouTube videos and podcasts and saying that the developers are not getting paid. They're already paid, dummy.
It's called willful WILLFULL. Hope I spelled that right. It's called willful ignorance. They choose to be dumb, Sega Man. They choose to be dumb. They choose to be armed with misinformation. The developers aren't getting paid. The developers get paid up front, you idiots.
Yeah, and hey, your brother he bought in the chat just said, listen to this, brother EE. He bought the most powerful gamer, our brother that's been in this fight forever, G. That'll give you that goddamn work. He said, hey brothers, good morning. Remember, Xbox is dead because they make money.
This shit's just crazy.
That's what I'm talking about, man. They just, they're dead because they make money. Sony's not making any money. This is why he be breaking this down too, E-Rock and the crew. PlayStation's in trouble right now. I don't care what they say. I don't care how many consoles they bring out, how powerful they want it to be. Oh, we got the power narrative because you got the weakest console. Now, you guys can spit all that shit all you want. PlayStation is in trouble. Okay, at the end of the day, they're in trouble. They're making movies to try to recuperate money because they're bleeding. That's why they're making all these dumbass movies made after their video games, and the movies don't do well. That's why they're making these movies, because they need to make money. They're hurting right now. They're really hurting right now. To bring out a PlayStation 5 Pro was the dumbest shit that they can do. You know what I mean? And shit like that, bro. They're hurting right now. Microsoft is actually helping their asses again. Help them with Azure servers, help them with games, Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, all these games that go over there. And what happened? Phil was nice. Sarah Bond was nice. Matt Booty and him were nice. Put these games over there. They didn't support them. They didn't support them. Other Zinc and Brother Unlimited and Hebot did the analytics. They're not buying them. They're not supporting the IP. Yes, there is some that are playing Sea of Thieves. Okay, I'll give them that. But the other IPs, they're not supporting them like that. They're not. They're not buying the games that were over here because they are mad because they were on Xbox first. That's how petty they are, E-Rock. That's how petty they are. If they were true PlayStation fans, they would support and buy the games that come the fuck over there like we do when their games come over here. That's how petty they are. That's how petty they are, E-Rock. You dig what I'm saying, bro? They just want to say, what you gonna do now? We got Hi-Fi Rush. We got C and Z's. What you gonna do? Your Xbox is dead. Yeah, you guys are going away. Phil should be fired. Sarah Bond should be fired. That's all they say. Rinse and repeat all the time, bro.
Sarah Bond, look, I graduated from kindergarten fucking, I don't know, fucking decades ago. I don't wish to go back there. And getting on Twitter with Jay Barry and J Dub and Ridge Ragged is like going back to fucking kindergarten. Sarah Bond should be fired. Phil Spencer, really. Phil Spencer, one of the best executives in the history of fucking video games. A guy who turned Xbox around and made Xbox beyond. Xbox was always profitable. He made it beyond profitable. Phil Spencer, a guy that made Xbox so profitable that the higher ups in Microsoft are now watching Xbox with fucking anxious eyes to see what's going to happen next, because they want to take some of that credit of the company being successful. Oh, well, what do you mean? PlayStation's outsold them. You outsold them in what? You're in more regions and you still don't make any fucking money. All the board of directors cares about is those dividend checks. Learn how business works. All the board of directors cares about is when those quarterly financials come in, it says Xbox made $3 billion this one quarter, right?
Yep.
So Sony, meanwhile, never gives their financials. There's a reason. Why has Sony had 7 bosses in the last 10 years? I think the new jackass, some dude called Herman Hulse, then there was Crying Ryan. There was, I can't even name all these fucking guys. Sean Layton. It's been a revolving door since 2013. Now, in most businesses that I've been in, when you have that much turnover in management, Sega Man, you are a company that's in trouble. It may take years for the company to crash, but when you have management that turns over like that, a new leader of PlayStation every 2 years, something is wrong.
Yep.
But Phil Spencer needs to be fired. Sarah Bond needs to be fired. Look, all I ask for people to do is try to make this shit make sense. Try to make it make sense, but you can't, because you're talking about Sony cultists and Sony fanboys, and you're never going to get them to make sense. You're never going to figure them out. You're never gonna win. Oh no, it's Alex and Fratanga. You can't win with them. You can't. They are a cult. They are a fucking cult. and all they care about is talking shit about Xbox and getting one up or one over on an Xbox. That's all they live for. They don't live to find religion. They don't live to find God. They don't live to try to better themselves or meet a good woman or build a better mousetrap or fucking discover a cure for cancer. All they live for every day is to get one up on an Xbox. And when someone is that psychotic at 40, at 45, at 50, at 55, some of you motherfuckers, because there ain't no way you're going to tell me that Zaire and Crap Gamer are in their fucking 40s. Those are some old ass motherfuckers sitting there looking like fucking Father Time in a damn chair talking about fucking Xbox. Dude, listen, you can't win with these guys. So all you can do is let them cry, bitch, and moan while we enjoy the hundreds of games that are coming to Xbox every year. Every fucking year. I've never once sat and said, man, I wonder what I want to play today. Look, some days I'm like, man, I really want to finish this fucking game, but I gotta finish Indiana Jones, and goddamn it, Sniper Elite's coming next week, and then Avowed's coming next month. We are never sitting around here at Xbox saying, I wonder what we're going to play. That those words haven't come in our mouths in years. But you PlayStation fans, every day, I wonder what Xbox games coming to PlayStation next. That means you've made the wrong purchase. And you need to make yourself feel better about your purchase and your worship of this plastic box and this stupid Japanese company.
Yep.
It is what it is. People have tried interventions. People have tried to help you. People have tried to save you. But there is no saving Red Dragon. There's no saving Crap Gamer. There's no saving Zaire. There's no saving Iron Wolf. There's no saving any of these people. Colin Moriarty. They are going to go down with that PlayStation ship. So let them go down. Don't hand them a life raft. Hand them a fucking suitcase full of bricks so they can go down faster. Shit. And on that, I'm gonna land my plane.
Hey man, and I have to say, back in the day, real quick, brother, he did videos. We got to give he bought his flowers, man. Did videos. We got to give him his props, man. He did videos back in the day where people kind of hated him for saying this stuff or didn't like it. But back in the day when we had Cuphead, and I always remember this video he did. I always remember it like it was yesterday. He kind of foretelled the future about a lot of things that goes on in Xbox and gaming when he said he didn't like Cuphead to go over to PlayStation and Nintendo because he knew back then that they were not going to support the game. The game
Yeah.
should have stayed on Xbox, and to me, it would have been better. Put more money into it, make sequels, everything like that. And he was right. Was right on the
Yeah.
money. It
Yeah.
never over there because
Yeah.
at that time, what happened? What happened, Era? It went over to PlayStation. We got Cuphead. We got Cuphead, but they didn't support the goddamn game.
All that mattered was getting, what did I just say just 20 minutes ago? All that mattered was that Jabari Clark and Red Dragon could get one up on an Xbox. That's all that mattered. The game didn't matter. It didn't matter. Nothing matters.
Yep. Shout out to the chat. Chat. That's the truth. Anything that we get, if we have it for a while, and let's say they give it to PlayStation, and you guys know this. I don't have to tell you guys this. You guys pretty much know this. Or Nintendo. I'll be honest. I think Nintendo might support a little bit more than PlayStation.
Yeah, of course they will.
Nintendo would. I'll give Nintendo the benefit of the doubt. I think those guys will buy Cuphead and Super Lucky's Tales because they like those type of games, and we like them too. They're cool platform.
They did. You know why? There's fucking starved for games over there on Nintendo. There's nothing to fuck over there.
Yeah. But PlayStation, no. You cried about the what is the game that we had that they cried about was good on the Xbox One X? It was the one Lara Croft game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when it went over there, okay, they didn't support it. I think Hebot made a video about that too. This is the thing. You guys bitch and whine. Xbox got no games. Xbox got no games. But meanwhile, you're making petitions and shit and crying about games that we have that you want that we don't have. I'm trying to understand that. Pony bots, please tell me. The games that we don't have, why do you want the games we don't have so bad? Because you're the ones that said Xbox got no games. Big forehead, share my screen. Let's share your screen now. What games do you have now? forehead. You don't have any games over there. You don't have shit to play. All you do now is make fun of what Xbox is doing and shit, but you can never say what's coming out for PlayStation right now. What's coming out for PlayStation right now that you guys can talk about that's going to be a big blockbuster game and do well? Absolutely nothing coming out right now over there, except for our games. Our games are coming out exclusively on your system.
Our games are the next big hit on their console. They don't have nothing. Look, man, it would be easier for you to try to teach a fucking horse algebra than try to figure out these fucking PlayStation fanboys. You waste your fucking time.
Yeah, they'll have their little thing. It'll say like we did on our shows. You know what I'm saying? Like when we do our E3s, it'll say Xbox exclusive coming out on PlayStation 5. Because that's exactly what it should say. Because they're exclusive. If we do our exclusives do come out over there. If let's say if it did, like I said in the beginning of our podcast, brother Erok, they're not going to support it. They're not. You'll have some that'll play those games. You will. But they're not going to support it like we do. They don't support Halo and Gears and games like Forza like we do. They don't. They wouldn't. Even if they have Xboxes, they probably have Xboxes and don't even play Halo like that.
They didn't even buy. They don't even buy their games.
Yeah.
They didn't buy that game Forspoken or Foreclosure. They didn't buy fucking Concord. That's why the fucking shit tanked. They don't buy. Yep. They didn't even buy Astrobot. Their game of the year. 54 million PlayStation supposedly sold, and only 1 million copies of Astrobot sold. They don't buy their. Listen, this is.
Hey, Erok, you know what's funny? It's funny that you got a brother like Hebot that is a diehard Xbox fan, right? Xbox dude, but yet Hebot will do a masterpiece of a video on one of their games and tell you how great the game is over there. What does that tell you? Astrobot? Hebot could make you go buy Astrobot because he does good. He'll do really good videos on a video game that he likes over there because he knows how to present and do that type of shit. He's an Xbox dude that plays their games and presents their games better than they do. He supports their IP more than they do. What does that tell you, man? It don't make no sense, bro. Don't make no sense, man. It's crazy. You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, man. But I just wanted to get your opinion about that, brother E, and your thoughts on that, man. I'm not gonna like really feed too much into that. If there's some truth to that, then shall be it. If not, cool. Just like let me go back. Mr. Kima said, and shout out to Mr. Kima. Xbox has never announced, he put games, but he means games. Xbox has never announced games going to PlayStation at their developer direct. So Mr. Kima I hope Mr. Kima is right about that. I don't think they're going to do that. I think like I said, I think it's all rumor mills. And that's the thing that I like about Brother Unlimited. Brother Unlimited doesn't really like to go off of rumors too much. But I think they do that, just to get a rise out of you. You know what I mean? And then when they say they got their sources and shit, I'm so sick and tired of hearing we got sources and stuff like that. If it's a source that they're getting from their sources, in my opinion, it's just all based on rumor and rumor mill. It's not etched in stone. You don't know that. If you don't hear nothing come from Phil Spencer's mouth, or Sarah Bonner, Matt Booty, or any of the big kahunas over there, then the shit ain't true.
There you go.
I just wanted to get my brother, Erok's opinion on it, because of what they're saying out there and what they're trying to put out here in the Xbox gaming community. They're always got to ridicule, no matter what. They always got to ridicule Xbox some way, somehow. But they never got that same smoke for what Sony's doing. Sony's doing so bad out here in the Xbox gaming community. That's why it's so toxic out there, but they never have the smoke ever for what Sony is doing. That's why we got to do it, because they're not going to come out and do it. They're not. We're going to do it because they can do nothing wrong. Right, Erok? They could do absolutely nothing wrong, but they're doing everything wrong, bro. Everything. They're in trouble. They're eating off of us. They're getting our games. They're eating off of us, bro. They're getting our crumbs, bro. They're eating off of us. So they don't even support that. They don't even support the old games that we supported and bought into, man. They don't. He said a long time ago, you should not put your IP over there because they're not going to support the game. They do not care. And he was right. Right from day one on that. So shouts out to brother Hebot, man. Big
Yeah,
shouts out
yeah.
to that man. You know what I mean? But yeah, brother, that's all I wanted to talk about, man. Is there anything you want to chop up game about?
No, man, we've lost about 20 IQ points just talking about this shit. I think we're dumb enough now. We can call it a day.
Hey man, we're gonna call it a day. It was good to have and see my brother Erok and talk to him after the holidays, man. But like I said, I wanted to do this emergency exile podcast and talk and chop up game with brother Erok about the rhetoric out there that's going on out here in the Xbox gaming community, man. But we're gonna get on out of here, brother. And yeah, I can't wait for that game too. Me and brother Erok love Sniper Elite.
Yeah, awesome franchise.
Awesome franchise. So when that comes out, I'll be getting that day one on Game Pass, brother. That game, I think I bought one of them. I think I bought, if I remember correctly, Erok, I think I bought Sniper Elite 4.
Yeah, I bought 2, 3, and 4, and I'm waiting for 5 to come on sale. Yeah, it's a great series.
Yeah, and I got a couple on the 360 I beat. Physical, I bought a couple. I think it was 3. Is it 3 on there? It was one of them on there that I have. I think I have 3 and 4 on there on Xbox. I think I did buy one of them. I'm going to go ahead and buy 5 because I want to have them all. I like playing those over again. I bought the zombie ones too. I bought those ones.
Yeah, they're awesome.
The zombie ones is sweet. I like the first one I beat. The first zombie one, I beat that one. That's a sweet game, man. I did a really good job on that. But on that note, man, me and brother Erok are going to get out of here. He got things to do. I got to get my ass ready for work, man. And hey, guys, I want to shout out the chat real quick before me and brother Erok do our closeouts, man. So I want to give a big shout out to Toolman55, Slick Slayer, the Graphic God. Hey, man, check out the Graphic God, man. Look him up. He does good gamer picks. He does banners, intros, all that stuff, man. So check out Graphic God, brother. He'll hook you up, man. He got all kind of price tiers on his gamer picks. He did mine. I think he did E-Rocks, right, E?
Yep.
He did E-Rocks also. He does very great work. The best out here for gamer picks. So if you want a good gamer pick, reach out to brother Graphic God either on, I think he's on Twitter. Reach it to him on Twitter. You can look him up on Xbox, Graphic God. So check him out, man. He does great work. So shout out to you, Graphic God. Who else was it? Coca-Cho was in here. Brother Hebot, Adidas 20, Mr. Kima, always a pleasure, brother. Thank you. Please come back. Big B Money. Big B Money's is an awesome brother, man. Always keeping it 100. Big shouts out to Big B Money. Thank you for coming back, big bro. You're always welcome to come back, man, to our podcast, brother, and chop up game, man. So, hey, guys, on that note, me and brother E-Rock are going to get out of here. Go ahead and shout yourself out, E-Rock.
Hey, guys, it was fun, man. Until the next time, bye-bye.
Hey, man, thanks for coming. Another Exile podcast. I'm going to still be talking to E-Rock about some things about the Exile podcast and things, man. We're going to really try to bring this back full force. You know what I mean? I really miss our podcast so bad. It's just the timing and stuff, but we're going to try to really bring it back. I want to bring it back in its full capacity with all the brothers on here and Our Lady of Xbox, Day of 4, 5, 6, 8. But I want to thank everybody for your support, for supporting and staying with me and E-Rock, Hebot, and all of us, supporting our podcast like the Exile podcast, the Xbox Power podcast, which is my podcast, and the Unlimited Truth with our brother Unlimited Productions. So shout out to Mr. 100 with the XWO podcast. Those guys are always wilding out, have great podcasts, and they have great fun over there. So big shout out to brother 100 Intramedia Gaming, man. All the good Xbox brothers out there in podcasts, salute to you guys. Remember, guys, we're eating good over here, and there's no power greater than X. Peace.